Sure, I'll be in the light. Yes, sir. Gotta get closer to the microphone.
How many people are sitting here?
That's all you guys. You guys get your own row.
No.
You guys can sprawl out.
Actually, no. Teacher should be here.
Okay.
That's good.
Rashid. Rashid. It's the one and only. Rashid. I don't feel like we should be in front of you. Yeah, no. I don't feel good about this.
It's very appropriate. We're behind you. All that you do.
The symbol right now. I love it.
It's a spear.
Right there.
So many
I get it.
the seating arrangements. Then there are 5 a year and 5 seats.
No, that's good. Perfect. Para las chicas. Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh, we're actually gonna. Oh, where's the water? Now I have to tutor, so I was trying to source. Yeah, I knew you.
Yep.
Well, I'm speaking Italian and Spanish. I had 2 water bottles here. And it's easier. I have 2 water bottles. Yeah, I have 2. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't want chopstick. But that's what I'm gonna
I'm making a pool. No, that's it. Conocí a su hermano. Está en su clase.
Bienvenidos, bienvenidas a esta, la 30ª ceremonia de iniciación del capítulo Rigoberta Menchú de la Sociedad Honoraria Hispánica. Muchísimas gracias por estar aquí con nosotros esta tarde para celebrar, para honrar a este grupo maravilloso de estudiantes. Good evening, everybody. My name is Shane Murphy. I am a Spanish teacher here and also the advisor of our Spanish Honor Society. I'll speak to you a little bit again later in the ceremony, but I'd like to invite Mr. Lawler to speak to you a little bit before we get started. You're mostly going to hear from our officers this evening.
Good evening, everyone. What an incredible night that we get to celebrate our scholars. I just want to take a minute and talk about the importance of world language and studying a second language and culture. Very often in our world, we think of the world from our perspective and how we see things. When we study a foreign language or a world language, which in this case is Spanish here at Marlboro High School, we get to think about the experiences of others. We get to think about the world from another perspective, and it really enriches our perspective as we go through life. So this is a very important program in our school. I'm proud of all of our students who have achieved this accomplishment. They've worked very hard for many years since 7th grade. Tonight I know Mr. Murphy is going to speak to the students that he's had since 7th grade, which is really a special moment. So you'll have an opportunity to reflect. And I imagine you guys are going to go through some emotions, many seniors, as you guys graduate this year and realize how much and how important he's been in your life. So just for a moment, let's begin by thanking our incredible World Language Department. We have Miss Camille Brown, Miss Monica Martinez, Miss Jessica Miggy, Mr. Shane Murphy, who's our department chair, and Miss Andrea Viviani, who are here. They're also joined by our former teachers, Mr. Tarshin, who came back to be here, and Miss Russo, who's in the crowd, who came to be here and celebrate as well. Let's take a moment and thank them, please. They are a cohesive department. They work very well together. They put students first, and they really are extraordinary educators. And one of the neat things about this ceremony, this is mostly student-driven, so we get to sit back and let our student leaders take over. So I just want to thank you all for coming tonight and celebrating with our students. I want to thank Mr. Rydell, our superintendent, for being here as well, and all of our staff that are here in attendance, and thank you guys. Without you, we don't have students working hard to achieve these things in our school, so thank you, families, for all that you've done over the years. Congratulations, everybody.
Miembros antiguos y nuevos de esta sociedad hispánica, saludos. Estamos reunidos aquí para la iniciación de este grupo de estudiantes que ha mostrado y probado un vivo interés en la bella lengua castellana. Escuchemos todos a nuestra secretaria, que nos dará un resumen corto de la historia y de los fines de nuestra sociedad.
Members old and new of this Hispanic Society, greetings. We are gathered here for the initiation of this group of students who have shown and proven a deep interest in the beautiful Spanish language. Let us listen to our secretary, who will give us a short summary of the history and purpose of our society.
Esta sociedad honoraria hispánica fue fundada por la Asociación Americana de Maestros de Español y Portugués en 1953 para los estudiantes de las escuelas secundarias norteamericanas. Y este capítulo se debe a los esfuerzos de la señora profesora Tamara Anatoli de Marlboro High School, quien lo estableció en 1996. El nombre de este capítulo es Rigoberta Menchú. Nuestro lema es Todos a una. Nuestros colores son el rojo y el oro. Nuestra insignia y nuestro sello son los de la Madre Asociación.
This Spanish Honor Society was founded by the American Association of Teachers of Spanish and Portuguese in 1953 for the students of North American secondary schools. And this chapter is due to the efforts of Ms. Tamara Anatoli of Marlboro High School, who established it in 1996. Our motto is all together, our colors are red and gold. Our insignia and seal are those of the Mother Association.
Esta es nuestra iniciación, seria y significativa. Escuchen todos con cuidado, esta es nuestra madre vela. Nos sirve cada año, represente la inspiración.
This is our initiation, serious and significant. Let us all listen carefully. This is our mother candle. It serves us each year. It represents inspiration.
Como ejemplo de esta inspiración, repitamos las palabras del poeta Antonio Machado. Caminante son sus huellas, el camino y nada más. Caminante no hay camino, se hace camino al andar. Al andar se hace el camino y al volver la vista atrás se ve la senda que nunca se ha de volver a pisar. Caminante no hay camino, sino estelas en la mar.
As an example of this inspiration, students have repeated the words of the poet Antonio Machado, who wrote this poem. Wanderer, your footprints alone make the way. Wanderer, there is no way, the way is made by walking. By walking, the way is made, and glancing back, one sees the path that will never be trod again. Wanderer, there is no way, but wakes upon the sea. Mr. Murphy would now like to say a few words.
Everybody, this is the part of the program that's usually reserved for somebody very cool and inspiring, but I'll try my best. Mr. Lawler mentioned earlier that I have known this group for several years, and we have an uncommon thing in common, which is that most of the new inductees and I moved from the middle school to the high school at the same time. So, My first exposure to Spanish was from my grandmother on my father's side. Her name was Mercedes, and her family had come from Spain. She was gone by the time I was 10, but I had still developed some early interest in the language before sitting in a Spanish class in 7th grade. It probably wasn't what I had expected. I certainly couldn't see its immediate purpose. Contrary to popular belief, Northern New York is not a cultural void. The Akwesasne Mohawk Reservation is there, along with several respected universities like Clarkson and St. Lawrence, and it's a stone's throw from major Canadian cities. But this was pre-internet, and as far as I knew, there weren't any Spanish speakers within at least 30 miles of my neighborless house. Seeing and sensing our proximity to Quebec, like any highly respectful teenager, I had a burning question early on for the Spanish teacher. Can you teach us French instead? I have no recollection of what I was like as a student of Spanish in middle school and high school. It's all one big blur, probably because I was in the same school from kindergarten through 12th grade, and the same small crew of classmates, 25 in all, and had that same kind, dedicated Spanish teacher for 6 years. Boy, she had to teach 6 levels every day. She influenced me, absolutely, but I didn't have any desire to study Spanish after high school. None, let alone to teach it. My English teacher wanted me to be a writer, and that sounded good. I liked him. I made a sturdy plan to study English and then applied to colleges based almost exclusively on the strength of the English department. I went to freshman orientation at Allegheny College, hemmed and hawed at the modern languages table, and was placed in a Spanish literature course. I don't remember feeling excited for it. After all, I'd convinced myself that English literature, specifically U.S. American literature, was what I was after. Even so, it was slated to be my first college course, Monday morning, 9 a.m. The visiting professor, bald with black driving cap and a braided goatee, came in with a dozen books and a huge smile. No syllabus, not yet. Let's see what you can do. That was Diego. I was immediately transported to other places. The language had value, had people, had ideas, had history and future, and he made it sound so cool. We were always in a circle, reading, thinking, trying to get a point across. It was completely terrifying until we accepted that format. It was about 100 times more vibrant and engaging than anything else I was studying. He became one of my best friends. After his placement ended there, and he welcomed me several times into his home and family in southern Spain. Before he passed away, we were in the process of solidifying and incorporating an experiential learning tour on the Camino de Santiago, the first of its kind, and now there are dozens. I find myself here teaching Spanish mostly because of him. These days, I firmly believe that the language teacher has 2 primary functions. The first is to spark some degree of curiosity and enthusiasm, and to keep from extinguishing it. The second, paradoxically, is to simultaneously build and tear down a language barrier. The language teacher creates an environment wherein students are met with the significant challenge from the start of hearing something new, something other, at least in most cases, with the expectation that they will understand some amount of what is said and respond with the meager memorized words they can muster. This, I find, is the essential sacrifice that the language teacher makes, not learning as quickly or as deeply who the students are, because those explanations and expressions of emotion are not yet within reach, with the limited language they have available to them. Still, over the course of a day, a week, a month, a year, the mutual understanding increases, and we collectively remove bricks from the barrier between us. At the same time, there are always new structures, more challenging concepts to weave into one's existing patterns. The reward for a language teacher is a student's progress over time. And while you could argue that that's any teacher's goal and reward, it's more readily apparent, I think, in art, music, and language courses whose goal is the practice and interiorization of learned material for the purpose of creation. Which brings me to my actual point. I've had the unique pleasure of working with nearly every student on this stage for 3 years or more, some of them every year since 8th grade. Very few teachers can brag about that sort of thing, and since I don't teach at the middle school anymore, this is probably the only time in my career when I'll be able to do so. The students here on the stage are dedicated and talented. All of you Take a second to look around. Not out there, they're great people too, but up here on the stage, you're in good company. You're interested in the world and the people in it. Some of you really sink your teeth into tough topics. Some of you flip a switch when you walk into class, and you try to communicate everything in Spanish. Some of you are downright nerdy about grammar. You place bets about conjugations and the proper usage of accent marks. I had a clear inspiration who led me to teaching, but you are what keep me interested in it every day. You have worked hard on this path toward cultural and linguistic fluency. I hope that the journey will continue for you, that you will be open to that journey, and that even as so many of you start to map a future, perhaps certain as many students are, that Spanish won't have much of a place in it, you'll carry and practice what you have learned, because despite our best efforts, we never really know what might come next. So thank you.
Okay, sorry. Ahora tenemos el honor de presentar a los candidatos para la iniciación. Los candidatos también posarán para una foto con nosotras. And also people who are inducting, just the certificates down here, okay?
We now have the honor of presenting the candidates for induction. The candidates will also pose for a photo with the president and the vice president.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I will be inducting Matthew Bogacek. Matthew is a junior scholar and athlete. He is a varsity soccer player, and he plays on 2 teams outside of school as well. Matt has been active in youth and government for many years. When he isn't at school, he likes to be outdoors, especially in the Adirondacks. Matt hopes that his acquisition of Spanish can help him further communicate with teammates and the people he meets in his future travels. Congratulations, Matt. Love you.
Wait.
Hi, I'm Dianelli, and I'm inducting Molly Broderick. Molly Broderick is the secretary of the National Honor Society. In her free time, she enjoys spending time with family and friends. Dancing is one of her favorite hobbies, and she has been dancing for 14 years. She has been studying Spanish since 7th grade. She continued studying this new language because she wants to learn about the culture and opportunities in life. She is planning on majoring in education. Congratulations, Molly.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I'll be inducting Keisha Castellanos. Keisha is a junior who studied Spanish continuously since middle school. She enjoys learning more about her native language and hopes to continue learning more about it. She participates in 2 extracurriculars, Safe School Ambassadors, and now Spanish Honor Society. She really enjoys spending time with her friends and creating new relationships with those around her. Congrats, Chica.
Hello, I am Ruby, and I will be inducting Victoria Chalia today. Tori is a senior and has been studying Spanish because she enjoys the complexity of language. Tori is proud to be the president of Creative Writing Club and the co-editor of the school newspaper with her best friend. She loves watching movies and writing. She plans to continue studying language in college by majoring in English literature and language and digital media at Endicott College. Congratulations, Tori.
Hi, my name is Troy Gillette, and today I will be inducting Joseph Crane. Joseph Crane plays golf and tennis, but basketball is his favorite sport to watch. He does sports photography in his free time and for the school. He enjoys spending time with his friends and girlfriend and looks forward to spending summer in Rhode Island. He's a member of multiple clubs at school, including Yearbook, NHS, No Place for Hate, and Art Club. He plans to attend Marist University and major in history and education. Although at times Spanish is difficult, he enjoys learning new things about the language and using it with some of his coworkers. He looks forward to contributing to this prestigious honor society and using the language beyond high school and college. Congrats, Joe. Go.
Hi, my name is Hannah, and I will be inducting Abigail de Benedictus. Thank you. Abby is a junior and a member of National Honor Society. She is also part of the Marlboro track team and various clubs. She's an honor student and interested in math and Spanish. She's excited to continue learning about other Spanish-speaking cultures. Congratulations, Abby.
My name is Tyson, and I'll be inducting Noah Ernst. Noah is in 11th grade and taking College Spanish 201. He looks forward to continuing his study of Spanish in the future. He's a member of National Honor Society and Drama Club, as well as Safe School Ambassador. In his spare time, he enjoys playing the piano and connecting with his friends. His favorite part about Spanish is learning all the unique customs from Spanish-speaking countries.
My name is Daniel Moore, and I'll be inducting Katham Fakori. Katham's interests include medicine, sports, and being with friends. He's involved in National Honor Society, youth and government, varsity track and field, and medicine through Toro and Middletown. He loves Spanish-speaking cultures and being able to communicate with people with different ideas and experiences. Congratulations, Katham.
Hi, my name is Marcos Lopez, and I'll be inducting Adrian Guerin. Adrian's true passion is tennis, both in and out of school. He plays and coaches the sport, and Adrian speaks French, and he enjoys learning Spanish because it comes to him fairly easy.
Hi, my name is Catherine Medina, and I will be inducting Yaretsi Guevara. Yaretsi Guevara's hobbies include making art and ceramics, going out with her family, and listening to music. At school, Yaretsi is a member of Safe School Ambassadors, a program dedicated to improving the school environment. Yaretsi chose to continue her study of Spanish because she wanted to improve her language skills and learn more about the history of the language and cultures. She looks forward to deepening her understanding of those through this journey.
Hi, my name is Cheyenne, and I will be introducing India Guzman. India has been working since she was 7 years old. She lives on a farm where there's always more work to be done. She's good at writing, and she enjoys going on trips to El Salvador to visit family. She plays for the softball team here at school. She's always been interested in learning more Spanish because it's been spoken around her whole life. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Mariana, and I'll be inducting Ella Hacker. Ella has enjoyed learning Spanish since she was 10. She constantly studies hard to learn the language and practices the language daily. Ella enjoys helping others and actively volunteers to help the elderly in our community. She loves learning new things about all cultures and has an open mind to everything. Congrats, Ella.
Hi, my name is Sophia, and I'll be introducing Alexandra Hernandez Agustin. Alexandra is interested in Spanish because her parents speak it, and it was the first language she learned. Her favorite activity and hobby is art. Drawing, painting, creating, art is just her favorite. She is actively involved with art club. Her talents include drawing, being left-handed, speaking 2 languages, and striving to learn a third, artistic ability, empathy, creativity, and spatial awareness. Congratulations, Alexandra.
I'm Jordan Reyes, and I'll be introducing Robert Jackson III, or RJ. RJ is a senior who is involved in many activities in and out of school. When not studying or reading, he is probably running or running lines for the musical. His favorite subject in school is history, and he is grateful to be included in the Spanish Honor Society. His favorite moments in Spanish class deal with history and controversial topics. Congratulations, RJ. They're all wrong. They're all wrong. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Lily, and today I will be inducting Marley Lanzoni. Marley is a member of the school's varsity tennis and basketball teams. She has been playing basketball her entire life. She also plays for a travel team. She enjoys reading and listening to music in her free time. She is also a National Honor Society member and is involved in a medical program outside of school for her future career as a doctor. She studies Spanish because she finds it incredible to be able to communicate with a wider group of people, and she absolutely loves the culture. Congrats, Marley.
Hi, my name is Angelina, and I'll be inducting Emma Lapola. Emma is a junior who participates in 3 varsity-level sports, basketball, tennis, and track. In addition to being a scholar athlete and member of the Honor Society, she is vice president of the junior class. Outside of school, she enjoys reading. She's just interested in Spanish because she wants to travel the world and learn as much as she can about it.
Hi, I'm Luca, and I'm inducting Pietro Lacerba. Pietro has always considered Spanish one of his best and favorite subjects due to his Italian-speaking background. Peter is very involved in and out of school. He is a member of the swim and track teams as well as National Honor Society and Youth and Government. In his free time, he enjoys exercising, reading, and spending time with family. He thanks God for this opportunity and is excited for his future with this honor society.
Hi, my name is Sean, and I will be inducting Devin McLaughlin. Devin McLaughlin likes learning Spanish because he has a love for learning other languages. Being able to communicate with hundreds of millions more people has always been a desire of his. Outside of school, he enjoys playing golf and watching football. Congratulations, Devin.
Hello, my name is Danielle, and I will be inducting Gianna Natal. Gianna is a member of National Honor Society and Safe School Ambassadors. She's on the varsity volleyball team here at MHS and also the team for New York Elite Volleyball Club. She enjoys hanging out with friends and family, shopping, and playing volleyball in her free time. She has continued learning Spanish because she thinks it's an important skill to be able to speak more than one language. She loves to talk to people and wants to be able to speak and connect with more people in her life. She's excited to be a member of Spanish National Honor Society. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm Valentina, and I will be inducting Jesseline Perez Agustin. Jesseline is a person with strict morals and high standards. She loves science and wants to be a surgeon in the future. She wants to grow up and save lives, but she also doesn't want to because she knows she'll miss her teenage years. Her hobbies include making bouquets, soccer, and watching too many dramas. Her passion for Spanish began when she met her friend who is also fluent in Spanish. Although her whole family speaks Spanish, it was exciting to find someone who spoke the same language and appreciated the Mexican culture. They talked about their trips to Mexico and how Spanish could help them communicate with more people around the world. It was a breath of fresh air for her in school. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Leticia Espinoza, and I will be inducting Sofia Quesada Rendon. Sophia is 16 years old and in 10th grade. She enjoys reading and listening to music. She also plays club and school volleyball, and she has played for 3 years. Sophia is Ecuadorian and has grown up with the Spanish language. She wants to continue learning the language as much as possible. Congratulations, Sophia.
My name is Christian, and I'll be introducing Andrew Rea. Andrew is an active student involved in both academics and extracurriculars. He plays football, lacrosse, basketball, and the drums, both in and out of school. Andrew is kind and helpful. He tutors younger students, volunteers in several ministries with his church, and is even known to bake cookies for his teammates. He is interested in studying Spanish because it allows him to communicate with more people and learn about different cultures. Congratulations, Andrew.
Hi, my name is Amani, and I'll be introducing Ria Rakai. Ria Rakai is a student who enjoys Spanish class, especially when learning all about the different cultures. Her hobbies are drawing, playing the piano, and baking in her free time. Ria is an animal lover with a soft spot for cats. She also is kind with a humorous side for her and proves herself to be an exceptional straight-A student. She hopes she'll be a good member of Spanish Honor Society, and she looks forward to learning more about Spanish-speaking cultures with everyone. Congratulations.
Hi, my name is Caitlin, and I will be introducing Dylan Sanchez. Dylan enjoys many sports, but football stands out. He has played football for nearly 10 years, and in school he is most interested in science and math. He enjoys the critical thinking that those disciplines require. In the future, he hopes to be part of the medical field or in another closely related career. Spanish will be very helpful for him in his future.
My name is Joseph Olhoff, and I will be introducing Ayan Saeed. Ayan Saeed likes to be outside as much as possible. He plays varsity tennis, and last season he went undefeated, but what he fails to tell you is that he only played one match. And in his free time, he likes to watch movies or shows and play games. He's currently watching Prison Break. He also has a passion for cooking. He likes trying new recipes and experimenting. He continues to study Spanish because he's learned so much about the language already, and he has the opportunity to continue learning. His goal is to become a plastic surgeon. He also loves to travel, and he wants to start exploring the world as soon as possible. When he retires, he would like to own a restaurant and a great card collection. He loves football, and his favorite team is the Vikings. He's happy to be part of the Spanish Honor Society. Congratulations, Ayan.
Hi, my name is Gael Vega, and I'm proud to introduce Leila Vega. Leila, a creative and artistic individual, has always had the passion to learn about cultures. She believes Spanish is key to connecting with other cultures. She aspires to learn all there is about Spanish and all its cultures in order to connect with individuals and learn their stories. By joining Spanish Honor Society, Leila hopes to join and learn all about the community. I'm proud of you, Leila. Love you.
Hello, my name is Molly Daly, and I'll be introducing Tegan Weckman. Tegan cares deeply for those around him. His love for Spanish initially emerged from an interest in various cultures and people. He spends much of his time trying to learn about cultures other than his own. His most time-consuming hobby outside of school is his love for the arts, especially music and literature. Congratulations, Tegan.
Hi, I'm Angelique, and I'm inducting Janice Werpa. Janice is a senior who has enjoyed and continues to enjoy studying Spanish. She particularly enjoys studying Spanish music, food, and traditions. At Marlboro High School, she's the president of the Drama Club and Chamber Choir, a member of the varsity girls tennis team, a Safe School ambassador, and a member of the National Honor Society. Outside of school, Janice studies piano, voice, French horn, theater, and is a proud member of the Beacon Performing Arts Center Company Ensemble, and as such, just returned from performing and competing in Sacramento, California. Janice is honored and grateful to join the Spanish Honor Society. Congrats.
At this time, each new inductee should reach under their chair, find their candle and oath, and then please stand. Cada uno tiene una velita en la mano. Esto simboliza nuestra carrera en la vida. Así sin arder existe, pero no vive. Esa velita está diciendo, si me queman vivo, si no perezco. Ojalá nuestras vidas nunca sean velas sin arder. Las llamas simbolizan la inspiración hacia altos ideales.
Each has a candle in his or her hand. This typifies our course of life. Thus, without burning, it exists but does not live. That candle is saying, if they burn me, I live. If not, I die. May our lives never be candles unburned. The flames symbolize the inspiration towards high ideals.
We have to go. Ustedes repetirán juntos el juramento de la sociedad frase por frase. Como miembro del capítulo Roberta Menchú, prometo dedicarme al estudio de la lengua española con el fin de dominarla algún día, recordando que una lengua puede ser un lazo fuerte entre personas de distintos orígenes, de raza o religión. Como ciudadano de mi patria, prometo promover la amistad y el entendimiento entre ella y los otros países del mundo. Esta es mi promesa y mi juramento.
They have repeated the oath of the society. As a member of the Rigoberta Menchú chapter, I promise to devote myself to the study of the Spanish language in order to master it someday, remembering that a language can be a strong tie between persons of different origins of race or religion. As a citizen of my country, I promise to promote friendship, an understanding between it and the other lands of the world. This is my promise and my oath. Please be seated.
Ahora cada uno apagará la llama de su velita. Todos. pero nunca la de su espíritu. Recordamos esto, amigos, por la autoridad que me concede la presidencia del capítulo Roberta Menchú. Yo los declaro miembros de este capítulo.
Friends, by the authority of the Rigoberta Menchú chapter, I declare you members of this chapter. Congratulations.
Thank you, everybody here, for all that you have done to inspire, to encourage, to foster a love of language and continuing the study of language in your children and in your children's friends and in anybody who might be interested. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I hope you will join us in the cafeteria in a few moments. There are some refreshments there and an opportunity for photos and an opportunity to say hello. Thank you very much for coming.